Thank you, Choi Mohammed. It's not unfortunate, just closing from GRTS from the program on our neighborhood watch, and you were there with me when we had the sound, the usual sound when they are stunning, drifting there. And I told my driver, like you said, they are the ones. Then I told my driver, let's go. So we were there seeing them. When they saw us close, then they turned as if nothing happened. Then we followed. We just turned. They at 190 degrees running. We ran after them. We went from GRTS to the FSTH, no, Kanifing General Hospital. Kanifing General Hospital. Going to Riders for Health, then back to around GRTS. So we did that circle once, twice. Then he went now to Kairaba Police Station, Kanifing Police Station, to Jimpex, around Jimpex, then went to Nyambai, then to Kanifing, around that Kanifing. So fortunately, that's where we were with the driver, and the driver was having the spray, and we got them. Before we got them, he hit one vehicle on the road, and automatically he had to slow down, and we were there on spot. Then we sprayed him. They left the vehicle, and they ran away. As you can see from my eyes, the spray got into my eye. I could not do anything, and my driver was the one who actually ran after them and must have them somewhere kept. They went into a house or a store, and they were not coming back. So that's the time. It was only two of us. We came back for reinforcement from PI and mobile traffic. So here we are. Here we are with them. These are the very people that we have always received from the level of the command, from the level of even the government, because they are the untouchable, the ones that are untouchable, the ones that are above the law. I am the eyewitness to this. It happened before my very eyes, and I followed them. More than 15 to 20 minutes I was going with them. They were running, they never stopped. You can hear the silence, while we were following them to stop. They did not, and they were hitting vehicles, and they were driving dangerously on the street. Everybody, even other vehicles, we are trying to stop them, but they have to dive to avoid them. And this is what has been happening until at a point where they could not, because they hit a vehicle and they had to stop. And there we got them, and the whole community came out to support us. They are one of them. I don't know, because they are all above here. They are all around here in this country. This has been an issue that affects all of us, because any one of us could be a victim. Because playing around with vehicles, stunting, drifting on the road, vehicles are coming, they have to stop for you. If not, you can hit them. Even people, pedestrians who are on the way, you can hit them. You can lose control. And we have seen it here. Less than 3 months ago, around Manjai, somebody was hit. 4 of them. One of them died immediately. And these are the people who are causing this. So we are going to set an example to them. We'll take them to court, we'll process them accordingly. And we want the rule of law to take place. And I know when things like this happen, people will always call people to appeal and all that. These are students, these are X, Y, and Z. And others will say Fentabolaji, because they are children of the rich people. They are children of the people in government position. They are children of people who are on, Personally, I am so passionate about this, because at the end of the day, what is the police doing, or what are the police doing about this? That's what is always on the social media. Everybody is complaining. It looks like the police cannot do anything about these kids. They are going around killing our people, killing Gambians, causing accidents, havoc on the road. If they say this is a sport, it's not a sport in the Gambia. If they want to introduce it as a sport, let them use the proper channel. There are proper channels and proper procedures. They can work with government, they can work with ministries or line ministries or stakeholders who are responsible for this. And then when it is a sport, a dedicated place will be identified where they can go and do whatever they want to do there. But they cannot come on our main road and try to disturb the traffic, try to cause havoc on the road and potential accidents and killing people. History is a good teacher. How many people have been killed by some of these people who have been doing this? And at the end of the day, what happened? So at the moment, I'm so emotional, and I can see from my voice, because I'm affected. I ran after them 15 to 20 minutes. It was deliberate. They failed to stop. I was running after them. The silence was ringing or shouting. They failed to stop, and they were driving dangerously on the road, hitting people's vehicle and running. They don't even care. It got to a level where it's like there is no choice. They have to stop, and that's the time they stop. For me, I asked the driver, is there enough fuel? He said yes. I said, till in the morning, we'll go with them. It had a doubt that we'll go with them. And when they knew we are serious, they had to stop at that time. And here they are. And some of the charges that we would charge them to take them to court is dangerous driving. You understand? And in instances where they commit accidents, then the traffic regulation will take into place, where they, as a result of that, people die, the same thing would actually occur. So specifically, like I said, most of the things that they would do, or the implication and complication of what they are doing is dangerous driving, reckless driving, and if it results to accident where properties are destroyed, individuals are affected, then the same procedures are going to apply as normal accidents and other related traffic regulations. This is what is happening. But what specifically, like anybody who is found stunting, the name stunt itself may not physically be there per se, but what it implies in terms of the time that you are doing that, because you are using a vehicle for a purpose that it is not used for. Number one, the maneuvers you are doing are dangerous to the vehicle, to you, and to the people. So all of these are things that when are chargeable, just within the regulations.
What are the fines for dangerous driving?
At this point, I cannot, from the top of my head, I cannot say that.
It's fine. Maybe you can just adjust on to that.
Yes. So we just want to point out that when we followed him at a point where we had to force display of the CS is when they stopped. Then we called for a reinforcement from PIU. When PIU came, Kanifing PIU came, and we were able to arrest them and bring them. It was only me and the driver and the bystanders who were looking. And we don't want to force, we don't want to beat, we don't want to do anything that we're supposed not to do. This is why we went for reinforcement to bring people who at least they will subdue to. Because I don't want just me and my driver, there are two. We'll be push and pull in there, and before you know it, I might be tempered and anything can happen. So this is why we kept them there. We went for the enforcement from PIU, a number of them.
So they were hiding at a compound?
Not a compound, it's a store. This Lebanese store or business store around. They just saw it open, they just entered there.
So you had to call for reinforcement in order to enter the store?
We actually saw them there, but we asked them to come out. They failed to come out. We don't want to go where we'll be having push and pull with them. The store owner was standing there. The bystander came to secure the place, and I left the driver there. We called. I went to call the PIU to come and reinforce. They came with their numbers, and when we got there, we just asked them to follow us, and they complied. They followed us, and here we are at PIU.
Thank you, PIU.